Alrighty, so I know what all of you guys are thinking right now. You're like, Bazzaa, why should we believe you? Why should we even watch this video about the Codename E.L.F. not returning back into Fortnite? Because last time I made a video about a skin and what a skin that I thought was not going to return. That obviously happened. I took a fat O, and that was, in fact, the Ginger Gunner, in case you were wondering. I had some quite good points, in my opinion, and my reasoning for that skin not to return. Obviously, I was wrong though, but today, guys, I'm going to be talking about the Codename E.L.F. and why I am super certain that this skin will not be returning inside of Fortnite Battle Royale. Just give me a little bit of your time, and hey, if you're going halfway through the video and you're just like, Bazzaa, this is a load of crap, then hey, just leave. That's absolutely fine. But today, guys, I really feel like I do have some good points. So make sure you guys drop a like, subscribe, all that. I'd appreciate it. And if you want to use my supporter creator code, that helped me out, and it'd mean a lot. Let me know if you use it, tweet at me, and I will thank you guys personally. But anyway, guys, let's get straight into the video. Alright, guys, so I think it's only fair if we start from the Codename E.L.F. sort of point of view, and why, or really just the people that think that he will return. And let's go over all the evidence that I found, and I think really what points towards the Codename E.L.F. coming back. So personally, the only real thing that tells you that, hey, look at this, the Codename E.L.F. is probably going to come back because of this and so is really only because he's in the trailer of the Season 7 trailer, okay? He's in the trailer, he's sitting on the carpet with all the other skins that have returned. That's a very good point, and I can completely understand if that is, you know, one of your concerns, or if that's what you're gonna comment down below. And hey, in my video about the Ginger Gunner that I made, I said, hey, look at all the skins in the trailer. All of them are in the trailer but the Ginger Gunner, and therefore that is why I believe it will not return. That was honestly wrong. It was wrong. It was facts. The Ginger Gunner came back. So that point is honestly something that isn't too, I guess, it's not something you really want to rely on, because we've obviously seen that it doesn't matter whether the skins are in the trailer or not. If Epic Games want to bring them back, they will, and the trailer really isn't a good gauge on whether they will come back or not, and that was proven with the Ginger Gunner, as it wasn't in the trailer, but it did end up returning. Now we have the Codename E.L.F., which is in the trailer, but has not returned into the item shop, and I'm going to tell you why the Codename E.L.F. should have returned by now if he was to come back. So let's go, and let's dive right into all the theories and evidence that points towards this sort of conspiracy theory, if you will, okay? I don't want to be sort of that type of guy, but hey, let's have a real deep dive in this, and let's have a look of what all these things and really points that suggest it not coming back. Okay, so with most of the skins that have returned so far, there's one common thing that most of them have, okay? Not all of them, but most of the skins that have returned have some sort of, I guess, item or feature in the battle pass. Like in Marauder, we had the backgrounds, we had a background for crack shots, and a few other things. We didn't have anything for the red-nosed raiders, so, you know, I'm not saying that this is 100%, you know, the best sort of gauge to go off, but it is something to notice that there is nothing in the battle pass that, you know, features or suggests that the Codename E.L.F. will come back. So that's one little thing that I did realize. Yeah, so we did have the emoticons and loading screens for the crack shot and the Marauder. And a bunch of little other little small things. So the next thing that is really interesting that we'd like to talk about here is that every OG skin that doesn't come in a pair, okay, now that's like a duo, a female and a male version. Now all those skins that haven't come in a pair that's returned comes with one rarity lower and a skin that comes in the opposite gender. So here's the example of that. The Crackshot, which is a legendary skin, it re-released with the Crack Umbrella, hopefully I said that right, which is an epic rarity that is also in the opposite gender, okay? So that is a skin that doesn't come in a pair. The Crackshot was by himself, and he re-released with a female version, one rarity lower. Same thing with the Red-Nosed Raider. She's a rare skin. She re-released with the Red-Nosed Ranger, which is a male version, and that is also one rarity lower in the common rarity, okay? Now, recently, we saw the Tinseltoes skin, which is an E.L.F. themed skin that came into the item shop, which many people thought would be the female counterpart to the Codename E.L.F skin, okay? Personally, I thought it was over. The Codename E.L.F was going to come back with the tinsel toes, okay? But that really, it fit the criteria perfectly, it fit all the requirements, and it was the opposite gender, it was one rarity lower, all that. And on top of that, you know, the skin was an elf theme. You can just look at the ears, you can look at the colors, the whole theme of the outfit, it's an elf, okay? Had same similar vibes and everything. But it didn't return. It came back by itself, which is really interesting because why would they not bring back both of the elves together? Like, how weird would it be if Epic Games just bring back the Crackabella, okay? It looks super similar to Crackshot, same sort of vibe and theme. But no, they brought it back with the Crackshot because that's the female counterpart, okay? It fits everything perfectly like the Red-Nosed Ranger, okay? Or the Red-Nosed Raider. It came back with the Red-Nosed Ranger because, you know, that's the male version. That's, you know, fits the theme, everything. It's one rarity lower. So that is really something that is really, really important to see here is like, why would the Codename E.L.F not come back with the tinsel toes if it was to come back? Because, okay, now they go ahead and what, just release him by itself because, you know, with the last patterns we've seen, all these skins that re-release, they come back with another version of themselves being female and one rarity lower, okay? So that is something that's pretty convincing in my opinion. Alrighty, so the next thing that we're going to talk about here is actually a comment that I found on, it was actually one of Lachlan's videos, and he was actually talking about the elf as well. And as you can see here, this guy says, actually has a really good theory here, and he says, last season the Brainiac skin came out being the female counterpart of the Ghoul Tripper, but this season they released the girl counterpart of the Codename E.L.F, tinsel toes, but without the skin itself, Codename E.L.F, the male counterpart. So maybe this season, instead of seeing the male counterpart like we saw last season with Brainiac not returning with Ghoul Trooper, we may just see the female counterpart, tinsel toes, but without the Codename E.L.F. That's honestly a really good theory there, and it would sort of make sense for him to switch it up and go the opposite gender for this season, and I guess really make the Codename E.L.F the Ghoul Trooper of Season 7 being the skin they don't release. Now, something else that I'd like to talk about that a few people have asked me for is like, Bazzaa, why does it make sense for Epic Games to not return a skin? How does this really help them or benefit them in general? They don't care about people that have rare skins. And can I just quickly say something? A lot of people always think that I'm a salty OG fan because, well, my rare skins are going to come back. I really couldn't care less. I've already had pretty much all my rare skins returned. It really doesn't bother me, so if you're going to say that, then go ahead. But yeah, so really, the only thing that this really benefits Epic Games for is they're saving some of their eggs, okay? They're not putting them all in the one basket. They're not releasing them all at the same time. They're going to wait probably till next Christmas to re-release one of their rare skins to keep the hype up. Because if they re-release all the epic skins or the rare skins now, they really have nothing that's OG to release next Christmas. So it's really just like them saving sort of a tax lotto ticket or a lottery ticket. And it's really something that next season they can just cash out and get a bunch of money from, if that makes sense. So that's really my only theory to them saving one skin, and I guess they've just gone ahead and chosen the Codename E.L.F for this instance, and last season it was a Ghoul Trooper. That's really just how it seems to be honest with you guys. Alrighty guys, so that is basically it for the video. Hope you guys did enjoy, and look, if the Codename E.L.F ends up coming back, I'll probably delete this video or whatnot, or just change the title. But yeah guys, let me know your opinions down below. Let me know if you think it's going to come back. Let me know any theories you have. Let's have a nice little discussion down in the comments box below. And yeah guys, if you want to support me, please go ahead and use my creator code Bazzaa. I'd appreciate it guys, and yeah, tweet at me, all that, post it on Instagram, tag me, and I'll thank you guys for that. I appreciate it. And also make sure you guys subscribe. We are so close to 70,000 subscribers. It mean the world to me if you could subscribe. 70k by Christmas maybe, I don't know, who knows, we'll see. But yeah guys, make sure you drop a like, subscribe, all that, and I'll see you guys in my next video, and bye bye.